Arman grew up in a small town where the houses were close, but people's dreams were far apart. While other kids played with cricket bats, Arman carried a pencil behind his ear and a sketchbook under his arm. He drew everything he saw: stray cats, floating clouds, his mother's warm smile. His mother, Samina, always encouraged him, saying his hands held magic and that one day the world would know his name. But outside their home, the world spoke differently. Neighbors mocked him, asking, "What will he do by drawing?" Art wasn't considered a real future. Still, young Armand drew and dreamed. As he got older, the voices grew louder. His father, a hard-working mechanic, had practical plans for him. "Forget these drawings," he'd say. "Art won't pay bills. You need a stable job." Those words felt like needles in Arman's heart. At 17, he was forced into business studies, a subject he hated. His sketchbook gathered dust, his pencils lay forgotten, and his world became a cycle of pressure and expectations. He'd lie awake at night, wondering if his dream was foolish, if everyone else was right. The doubt grew inside him like a cold, heavy shadow. At 22, Arman got an office job. The walls were gray, the air smelled of dust and ink, and he felt like a ghost living someone else's life. His manager often scolded him for being distracted, but Arman was just empty. Years passed like pages ripped from a calendar. He was living, but he wasn't alive. One evening, walking home drained and defeated, he heard cheerful music. He followed the sound to a small street festival and saw an artist painting a live portrait. People were mesmerized. Arman's heart stopped. The way the artist held the brush, the way the colors blended. It was a language he once knew so well. His hands trembled and his eyes filled with tears. For years he had buried his passion, but in that single moment everything came rushing back. He whispered to himself, "I can do this. I used to love this." For the first time in years, he walked into an art supply store. That night, under a dim lamp, he opened a blank sketchbook. His hand shook, but he drew, and he felt alive again. Every night after work, Armand drew, but with every drawing came a battle in his mind. "You're too old," it whispered. "You're not talented anymore." But his heart whispered back, "Try again." One more stroke, and every time his heart won. Art became his therapy, his escape, his home. He watched tutorials online, practiced portraits, and sketched strangers. He was learning again, fighting his way back. After months of practice, he gathered the courage to post his first drawing on social media. His heart raced. After an hour, he checked 10 likes and a comment that read, "Your art has soul." Those words brought tears to his eyes. Someone saw him, someone believed in him. It was a small step, but it was powerful. As months passed, Arman posted more art. People began following him, inspired by his work. Soon, commission requests started coming in, small amounts at first, then enough to surprise him. His parents noticed the glow return to his eyes. One day, his father sat beside him and said, "Arman, you really love this, don't you?" "I didn't understand before, but I see it now, beta." "Follow your heart." Those words broke Arman. He hugged his father, crying like a child. One afternoon, a message arrived from a well-known art gallery. They wanted to feature his work. At the exhibition, Arman stood before his drawings, the same ones he'd made in his tiny room. People admired them, some were moved to tears, and a wealthy collector bought 3 of his pieces. Walking out that night, his heart was so full it felt like it would burst. A few months later, one of his time-lapse videos went viral. Millions of views, thousands of comments, art magazines contacted him, and he was invited to speak. At seminars, he wasn't just an artist anymore. He was an inspiration. People wrote to him saying his story gave them hope and reminded them to believe in themselves. Years later, Armand stood in a massive auditorium speaking to young artists. "The world will doubt you," he said, "but the real enemy lives inside you. It's your doubt, your fear, your excuses. The moment you silence that voice, the world opens its doors." Today, his art hangs in galleries across continents. He never forgot the pain of doubt and the joy of defeating it. And every time someone asks what changed, he says the same thing: "I realized the strength I was searching for was always inside me." If this story resonated with you, please like and subscribe for more content that inspires you to find your own strength. Thanks for watching.